Friends, welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel. My name is Monica. I go by Mika Knits here on YouTube, and this is the second time I'm filming this video. I apologize. I tried to film this earlier, and it something was happening with the lighting where anyway, sorry. My name is Monica, or Mika Knits. I am back, you guys. I am back with another video. It has been, oh my gosh, it's been 3-4 months. It's been a while since I've made a video. I'm so sorry about that. Thank you for sticking with me. If you're back again, checking out my videos, thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for being here. If you're new, I hope you stay. It's been a while. I did mention, to be fair though, in my last video that it was going to be a while before I made another video, and that was because I was having a surgery in September, and I didn't know what my recovery was going to be like, and anyway, so I did say that in my last video, but I didn't expect it to be this long. It's been a while, so I decided to just sit down today and make a video. So I'm back. I'm so excited to be back. I'm so excited to be here. I've got a lot of plans for new videos, and I'm really excited. So let's get into it. I will talk a little bit about my surgery and what happened, because there's just a couple things I want to just mention. So in my last video, just for all of you guys coming up, or for FYI for you guys, I will have timestamps down below so you can skip ahead if you'd like, but I will be talking about a little bit of medical stuff, so if you don't want to hear that, feel free to skip ahead. Yeah, so basically medically, so what happened was, I think the last video I told you I was having a surgery. So the surgery that I had went through in mid-September. I had a laparoscopic myomectomy surgery, which is basically a robot-assisted myomectomy surgery where they go into your abdomen and take out what needs to be taken out. For me, I had uterine fibroids, or a uterine fibroid, basically just one. And well, I have multiple, but they only took out one. So they took out this one big fibroid for me, and that was my surgery. So the fibroid that I had was it was actually really, really large. So it was actually like this size. I don't know if you can see that, but it's it was really, really big. It was like this. It was basically over 6 inches in diameter. So that's pretty hefty. That's a good size. But they took out that fibroid, and then the surgeon discovered a little bit of a surprise behind the fibroid, or underneath the fibroid after he took it out. He discovered endometrial skin. And if you don't know, endometrial skin is basically skin cells that make up the lining of the uterus, of a woman's uterus, that are growing outside of the uterus, which is not good. So he took that out, had everything biopsied. I'm very, very lucky in the terms of nothing came back cancerous or precancerous. So that's the good news. And, but it did come back positive for endometriosis, which is something that I know now that I have. So I won't get into the whole thing of endometriosis. There's a lot of videos here on YouTube, a lot of information online that you can find to find out exactly what endometriosis is and, you know, all that goes into it. But basically endometriosis, just kind of the black and white of it, is the endometrial skin, or the endometrial cells that make up a woman's uterus, Endometriosis is when those cells grow outside of the uterus and they grow in other parts of the body. Usually it's central to the pelvic area. However, they can grow outside of that. They found endometrial cells in like the heart, the brain, lungs, anywhere in the body really, endometrial cells can grow in. And the reason why that is such an issue and can cause a lot of other issues is because when you have endometrial cells that go through the cycle of bleeding every month, those cells that are growing outside of the uterus, they also will bleed. So suffice to say, that can cause a lot of issues, and that's not something that you want. So anyway, basically, I have endometriosis is the long and short of it. So I have endometriosis. I want to say, I do consider myself very, very lucky that I know now exactly what I have, because unfortunately honestly, there needs to be more research done into women's health, but in my opinion, because unfortunately it takes most women, not all, but most women, it takes them a very, very long time to get that endometriosis diagnosis. They may think they have it, their doctors may think they have it, but they won't definitively know. They won't be able to say whether they have endometriosis without surgery. So I'm very, very lucky in the sense of it didn't take me years to figure out that I have this condition. It took me one surgery to figure out that I have this condition. So, and I didn't have any other symptoms outside of like the uterine fibroid symptoms that I had. So I'm very, very lucky in that sense, because sometimes it can take upwards of 10 plus years to find out, that you have endometriosis. So I'm very, very lucky that I know that I have it. There's not a lot of treatment options, unfortunately, for endometriosis. The options that my doctors have given me is that I could have a hysterectomy, which not something that's going to happen. I think I've mentioned in a video in the past that I'm relatively young. I'm not that old, in my opinion. I'm only 38, and I just turned 38, actually. And I'm not married, and I don't have any children yet, unfortunately. I'm hoping that can change for me one day in the future, but I do have hopes, and I do want that to change. So a hysterectomy for me is just not an option. It's not something that I'm going to do. So a hysterectomy is out. But the other option that my doctors have given me is going on birth control. And okay, a lot can be said about going on birth control, and I'm not going to get into the whole birth control debate or anything like that here, because this is just not the place. But overall, for me personally, I have decided after a lot of thought into it, I am not going to go on birth control. I have never been on birth control in my life. I'm lucky in that aspect too. I've never been on birth control. I've never had to be on birth control. I've never had any problems associated with my body that would cause doctors to prescribe birth control for me. So I've been very, very lucky in my life so far. But in this instance, I've just decided that I'm not going to do birth control because it's actually something that gives me a lot of anxiety. It actually terrifies me. I just don't want to do it. It's not for me. So I've decided that it's not for me. But outside of birth control, there's not really a lot of options for me outside of birth control. I have been reading a book called Heal Endo by Katie Edmonds, and it talks about other ways to treat endometriosis. Because it's an inflammatory disease, basically, that's caused by an immune response in our body, or a lot of inflammation in our body. That immune response of inflammation is sometimes can get out of hand. And for me, I do know that I have a lot of inflammation in my body. I already knew that. One of the ways to kind of reduce inflammation in your body is to change your diet with eating habits. Eating more leafy greens, cruciferous vegetables, things like that, trying to reduce the inflammation in your body. And so that's basically the route that I'm taking here, because there's only those two treatment options for endometriosis were provided to me. I wasn't given any other options. So, and I've decided not to do the birth control. It's just not for me. So really the only thing that I can do is just try to reduce the inflammation in my body and slow the spread of endometriosis. I'm hoping that I can do that. And I'm slowly but surely working on it. It's very difficult to change your diet. At least for me, it's difficult. So I am working on it, but I'm slowly getting there. It's not something that I can change overnight, but I'm working on it. But in any case, that is what's going on with me medically. I think there's some people that are interested in that kind of thing. I noticed that when I did that first video where I talked about my health struggles and like what I was going through medically and stuff like that, it was watched by a lot of people, like a lot of people that don't normally watch my videos, or a lot more people than watch my videos normally. So I think that a lot of people are very interested to know about people's lives. I know I certainly am. I love to watch videos where people talk about themselves and what's going on. So I do want to do more of that. If there's something that you're curious about, or if you have something that you want to know or whatever, you know, feel free to drop me a line, ask me. I'm more than happy to share. So yeah, basically that's what's going on with me medically. Let's get into the knitting talk, because I do have 3 finished objects to show you today, and I do have 2 works in progress that I want to share with you. So let's get into it, guys, because yeah. So the first finished object that I want to share with you, I have everything written down so I don't forget. But the first finished object is my Felix cardigan, and this is a pattern by Amy Christophers of Savory Knitting. So this is my Felix cardigan. I will put a video up here on the side that you can see it a little bit better. I think that might be better for you guys. But this is my Felix cardigan. This is a top-down raglan style cardigan. So it's top down, meaning it starts here at the neckline, and then you knit through the body. You do these beautiful raglan increases that give it this really cute pattern on the sleeves. I think that's kind of cool. It's basically just a yarn over, so it's nothing fancy. And then the rest of it is knit in stockinette stitch, which is just basically plain knit stitch, and it's knit from the top down. So this is my Felix cardigan. This is a very beginner friendly pattern. It's very well written and it's very easy. For some reason, this took me 11 months to finish. I did start this like in November of 2022. I started it then, and I finished the whole body, and then I had broken for the sleeves, and I had started the very first sleeve, and then I stopped for whatever reason, and I was stuck on Sleeve Island for like 11 months. I don't know. I don't know. But as I was recovering from my surgery, I thought, you know, I have a lot of unfinished projects that I really want to just finish, and I decided that I was going to just really put in an effort to finish a lot of my unfinished projects. So that's currently what I'm doing and what I'm working on. So this is one of them. This is my Felix cardigan. As you can probably tell, I have not blocked this cardigan yet, and I haven't gotten around to it, but I will block it here, probably today. But yeah. This is my Felix cardigan. The yarn that I used for this is a really beautiful dark teal yarn. It is by the Fiber Company. So it's the Fiber Company yarn Cumbria yarn, which is a It is a merino wool and mohair blend yarn. So I just used one yarn. I didn't hold it double with anything, but it does have that kind of mohair hazy fuzzy effect, and it does, you know, feel a little bit like there's mohair in it, but that's because it's a mohair blend, which I think is really nice. The color that I used is called Eden Valley. It's just that beautiful deep teal color, and I really like it, actually. This color I was drawn to because of Bridgerton. I think in the second season of Bridgerton, if you watch Bridgerton you will know, but Bridgerton on Netflix, in the second season, Kate, the character, she wears a lot of this deep teal yarn, or deep teal color rather, and I really like it. And obviously it probably looks better on her than it does on me, but in any case, it drew me to that color and I really like it. So yeah, but I'm really excited to get this blocked so that I can wear it, because it's just plain and I think it's really fun. So my Felix cardigan is my very first works in progress. Or my very first finished object. Apologies. All right, the second finished object is the wave bag. This is a pattern by Vester by Crea. This is my wave bag. This is a pattern that I started actually in like, I think late June, early July. And I actually started it so that I could use it at the Flock Fiber Festival in the beginning of August. But I didn't finish it in time. And I ended up finishing it like a week after the Fiber Festival. But I did finish it. And I really like it. This is the wave bag. This is a pattern that actually starts at the bottom. So as you can see, I haven't blocked it or weaved in the end, but it starts at the bottom here, and you do these beautiful increases in stockinette stitch. And then once you get to a certain point, you actually start with this beautiful wave pattern. It's just a very simple lace wave pattern. It's nothing too complicated or crazy, but it's very easy, and it's a pattern repeat. So you can actually do this wave pattern repeat right here. You could actually do that wave pattern repeat as many times as you'd like, or as few times as you'd like. So in mine, as you can see, I did it 4 times. So I did the wave pattern 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I knit the handles. So very easy, nothing too complicated. This is a beginner friendly pattern in my opinion, so you could definitely check that out. The yarn that I used for this pattern is number 21 by Onling, and I know I'm probably saying Onling wrong because I think it's a Danish company, so I apologize if I'm saying it wrong, but the yarn number 21 by Onling is a cotton yarn. So it's not a cotton blend or anything like that. It's just pure cotton. So it's very good, I think, for just like a nice little bag. And I did start this in the summertime, so I think this is one of my summer knits. But yeah, this is the yarn. The colorway that I got was just light pink. So it's just the light pink there. Very simple pattern, very easy. And I can't wait to use this. That's a nice little grocery bag, in my opinion. Yeah. All right, the third finished object that I have to share with you is the Luxe Faux Fur Cowl. This is a pattern by Stephanie Lau of All About Ami. This is a pattern that I found over on Etsy, but I think it's also available on Ravelry as well, so you could check it out. This is the Luxe Faux Fur Cowl. It is a beautiful pattern. This is not something that I haven't blocked this one either, and actually I don't think I have to block this one because it just doesn't need to be blocked. But this pattern here is made using faux fur yarn and just a worsted weight yarn here. And the faux fur yarn, I did kind of mess up a little bit. So the faux fur yarn that the pattern calls for is 2 skeins of the Lion brand faux fur yarn. But when I bought the yarn, I didn't realize that Lion brand has 2 versions of the faux fur yarn. They have the regular faux fur yarn, and they have the faux fur thick and quick yarn. And I messed up and picked up the faux fur thick and quick, which is fine, but you need more skeins of it. So I kept having to go back and get more skeins because there's only 24 yards in the thick and quick as opposed to 60 something in the regular one. So just know that going in if you're gonna make this cowl. I think this is a really, really easy and fun cowl to make. I think it would be really, really good for Christmas gifts if you're thinking about what gifts to make this year for Christmas for your loved ones. I would recommend something like this. It's really, really easy, really, really fast, simple, nothing complicated. You can knit it as you're watching TV or whatever you're doing. It's very, very mindless and easy. And then basically the way that it's knit is you knit the faux fur first. Everything is knit on straights and everything is knit in like a really long rectangle. So you knit the faux fur yarn first for however many inches. I think it's like 36 inches or something like that. And then you knit the inside separately. So you knit this pattern, and it's a very, very simple slip stitch pattern. Very, very easy. And you knit that for 36 inches. And then you just sew them together. Very, very simple, very, very easy. Because I used the faux fur thick and quick though, mine is quite a bit larger in the fur part than the regular pattern would be, but I still really like it. I'm still gonna wear it. It's very, very warm, and I just really like it. I think it's really cool, very beautiful, and you could do it in any color faux fur yarn that you'd like, and they have a whole bunch of different colors in faux fur yarn. So I recommend checking it out. The one that I used was the Lion brand Thick and Quick. As I said, use the regular one, but you can use Thick and Quick if you want. But Thick and Quick, I think it's called Alpine Snow. It's basically just the creamy white. The creamy white color is what I used. And then on the inside, it was also a Lion brand. It's the Lion brand Wool Ease in just cream. It's just called cream, so it's just like a off-white color. So yeah, that's what I used, and very, very simple, very, very easy. I highly recommend checking that pattern out. I will put the information for all of the finished objects that I made and showed you. I will put the information for the patterns down in the description box down below, so you can check that out. All right, the next thing I want to talk about is works in progress. So I have a couple of works in progress to show you. The first one is something that I started during my surgery recovery, and that is the Arctic Light Sweater by Kutubakika. This is my Arctic Light Sweater. So the Arctic Light Sweater by Kutubakika. Kutubakika, if you don't know, she is an incredible knitter. She is an incredible designer, and she is an amazing content creator here on YouTube as well. She makes her own videos, and I highly recommend checking her videos out if you have not done so already. She is just a delight, and she's so fun, and she's so helpful. She's super, super helpful. And I just love her videos. So I decided to make one of her patterns for the very first time. And the first pattern that I decided on was the Arctic Light Sweater. So this is my Arctic Light Sweater. As you can see, this is a top-down sweater that's knit in the round, and it has a ton of cables on it, as you can see. So there's cables on the front, there's cables on the back, and then there's cables on each arm. So it's pretty crazy. There's a lot of cables going on here. The yarn that I'm using for this pattern is very inexpensive, actually. I got that you use, what you're supposed to use is a DK weight yarn, and you can hold it double with a mohair, which is what I'm doing. The yarn that I'm using is a DK weight. It's the Drops Lima yarn. This is a wool alpaca blend. So it's really, really soft and warm. I really like it. Drops Lima is one of my favorite yarns, actually. They're really just the shit. I love Drops. They're amazing. The color that I'm using for the main color is light pink. That's the colorway, this one here. And then this is the other yarn that I'm using, which is also Drops. This is their Kid Silk yarn, so it's mohair silk blend. And as you can see, I'm using this held together. This mohair yarn, as you can see, is actually slightly darker. It's a slightly darker pink than the main color. And I did that on purpose because I wanted it to kind of give it a little bit of effect. I just wanted to see what it would do because I'm doing the cables, and I really like how it's turning out. But this pink here is called light pink, and this pink is called Old Rose. That's what it's called, Old Rose. And I actually really like it, how it's turning out. So these are the two yarns that I'm using. They're both very, very inexpensive, not expensive at all. Check out Wool Warehouse UK. They have so much yarn, and they have so much Drops yarn, and that's where I got it from. So Wool Warehouse UK, check them out. Very inexpensive. But this is how it's turning out. I think because I'm using that slightly darker pink in the mohair, it's giving the cables a really, really nice effect. You can it really makes them pop, in my opinion. So yeah, I really like it. This is my Arctic Light sweater. Now, I did mess up on this a little bit. I think I posted on my Instagram a picture of my Arctic Light sweater, and you might be able to tell on the sleeves the cables were wrong. I noticed that I was doing the wrong cable on my sleeves. So basically what happened was the cables for the front and the cables for the back are exactly the same. However, the cables rather, on the arms are different. So the cables on the arms, they're both arms are the same, but the cables on the arms have 3 separate different cables. So it's got this one in the middle here, and then the 2 on the outside. And I was doing the wrong cable for the 2 on the outside. And by the time I had figured that out, that I was doing the wrong cable, I had already gotten quite far in this pattern. I think I'd gotten to like almost to where I was going to break for the sleeves. And I thought, oh my gosh, I've been doing the wrong cable the entire time. And I didn't want to rip it out, because if you've ever done knitted cables before, you will know that it takes time to do cables, and I just didn't want to rip out all of that work and start over again. So I actually ended up doing a little bit of surgery on my cables, and I tried to film it for you guys so that you could see what I was doing. But I'm sorry, the video probably came out really, really terrible, so I'm sorry about that. I will put it up here. But basically what I did is I knit to each cable, and then I ripped out the stitches for each cable, and then re-knit it in the correct cable using, obviously the ripped out yarn. So I didn't have to frog anything. I didn't have to tink back. It took me a little bit of time to do the surgery, the cable surgery, but I think it actually took less time to do the cable surgery than it did to frog the entire thing and start over. So I really like that. If you're interested to know exactly what I did to do the cable surgery and how I did that, feel free to let me know. I'm thinking about doing a series here on YouTube where I teach people how to knit and do different things with knitting, fixing mistakes and things like that. So if that's something that you're interested in, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to start that. So yeah, so that's what I ended up doing for the Arctic Light sweater, but I do have the correct cable now. These cables are correct, so that was fixed. But yeah, I really like this knit. It's turning out really beautiful. This is going to be a very warm sweater when I'm done. It's got mohair, merino wool, silk, alpaca. It's going to be very warm. But it's very cute, very nice. A very well-written pattern, and I'm just having so much fun with it. So yeah, that is my Arctic Light sweater. All right, the next project that I want to share with you that I'm currently working on is something that I started. This project I started definitely last year. I want to say I started it in like February or March of last year, and it's been a while. It's been a while since I've started this project. I put it down and I haven't picked it up for many months. And I decided, as I told you earlier, that I wanted to finish all of my unfinished projects. So I decided to pick this one up again and try to get it done. So this is the Brioche-alicious shawl. This is a pattern by Andrea Mallory. This is my Brioche-alicious. This is a top-down shawl, so you basically start at the top, which is on the bottom right now, but you start it at the top here, you do some increases, and then once you're done with the pattern, you end up with this beautiful crescent shape. It kind of goes like that. I'll put some pictures up of what the end finished shawl is supposed to look like. And it knits up really nice and beautiful. I really like it. Now, the Brioche-alicious, obviously it does have brioche stitch, which is a more advanced stitch, is what people say. I don't find it to be super difficult. It's actually my favorite stitch. It's my favorite knit to do is brioche. So yeah, I really like it. It's definitely, I think, it's a good beginner brioche pattern to make if you're looking to start or learn brioche. I think I would start with something like Brioche-alicious because it's just the plain brioche stitch here with two colors. So it's just the plain brioche stitch. You do a few increases, brioche increases, but the increases are not very difficult. They're not as difficult or involved as the decreases. So it should be okay. But yeah, I would say that if you're looking to learn brioche, it's a very easy pattern to make. I think that would be good if you're looking to start that. But here's the Brioche-alicious right now. The yarn that I'm using for this is also very inexpensive. I'm using the Cascade fingering weight yarn. I can't remember what number that is because I think Cascade Yarns has it like in numbers. Anyway, it's their fingering weight yarn, and I'm only using two colors. So my main color is just a burgundy. It's just the burgundy color is my main one. And then the second color that I'm using for the brioche parts of this shawl is just the Christmas red. So I'm using the Christmas red here. You can see it better. So the burgundy is just the main color, and then the Christmas red is the contrast color, and it's knitting up really nicely together. It's kind of an unexpected pairing in my opinion, but I really like it. Actually, I really like the pairing. It's turning out really cool, really nice. And yeah, so basically this pattern is knit from the top down, and very easy. You do 3 sections of brioche and 3 sections of plain garter stitch right here. So very simple, nothing too fancy, but it actually ends up looking really nice. So this is where I'm at. I'm on the 3rd section of brioche right now. As I'm knitting it, I'm currently actively working on this pattern to finish it, and I'm in the 3rd section of brioche. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I'm hoping to finish this in the next few weeks, and then the next time I make a video, maybe, hopefully, it might be finished or almost finished. But yeah, that is my Brioche-alicious shawl. Alright, you guys, I have one final thing to share with you. Those are all the projects that I have to share with you today. Just 3 finished objects and 2 works in progress. So nothing too crazy. I have more than that, let's be honest. But I just think it would be boring if I showed you too much more. So yeah, but I do have one more thing to share with you. I decided that this was my year, and I have bought myself a Christmas advent, a Christmas yarn advent, and I'm so excited for it, you guys. I'm so excited. So let me share with you. I bought the Ruby and Roses Christmas advent this year, and it's so much fun. So it comes with 24 mini skeins and 1 large regular size skein of yarn, and the one that I got comes in her soft rose base, which is a fingering weight yarn, and I'm very excited about it. So this is my Christmas advent. I still have it in the box because I just thought it looked so beautiful. I really, really like it. So this Christmas advent, like I said, comes with 24 mini skeins and 1 large skein, and that's number 25. So I get to open that on the 25th. And then it also comes with this one here. It is a hand and body balm. It's like a salve, basically. And then it also comes with this, and this is a candle. And yeah, I haven't lit it up yet, but it does smell really good. So it comes with those 2. I have been opening each one per day, as you're supposed to. I have not opened the 3rd day because today is the 3rd. As I'm filming this, it's the 3rd. So I'm going to open the 3rd one here on camera. I'm so excited about it. So let me show you the first 2 though. This is the first mini skein that I got for day 1. This one is called Skate Dancing. They each have Christmas names. So this is Skate Dancing. It's a beautiful blue, really, really pretty. It's variegated, got a bunch of little color specks in it. I really love it. So Skate Dancing, that's the first one. And then the second one, I really like the second one. That one is called Sleigh Ride. This is Sleigh Ride. Isn't that pretty? I think it's so fun. It's very, very pretty. I really like that one. Sleigh Ride is the second one. And the third one, let's open it. I'm so excited. All right, the third one is called Tinsel But Make It Neon. Okay. Here we go. This is they come in these really beautiful like velvet bags. Oh, they're so, so nice. Ooh, look at that. Look at that. That's gorgeous. That is so pretty. It's like Barbie pink. It's got some purples. It's got some orange. That's really vibrant. That's really nice. I really like that. How pretty. How pretty. Oh, gosh, this is so much fun. I just love this. I don't know why this is the first time I'm doing this. I need to do this like every year. Oh, this is so great. I love it. Oh, I love it. Okay, so those are the first 3 little mini skeins. I'm so excited. Each of the skeins are named, so I'm just looking at the names that she gave me for each skein. I just have so much fun with this. Okay, so this is what I'm going to be doing this month. So I'm going to be opening each one every single day as it goes along. I will do hopefully as many Vlogmas episodes as I can for you guys this year, but I'm not going to do it like every day. I just don't think I'm that interesting. I don't think I'm interesting enough to like make a video every single day, to be honest. Also, that would take up a lot of time that I don't really have. So yeah, I won't do a video every day, but I'll make as many videos as I can. I'm so happy to be back. And as I open each mini skein, I'll show you guys what I've gotten. So I'm very excited about it. So yeah, that's it for today, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you come back again. And yeah, I hope you're having a great day and a great weekend and a great week coming up. And happy knitting, everybody. Bye.